a bit pixelated, but it should be fine. Hoping you can all hear me okay. Just going to give it a few minutes to let people kind of start joining in. There we go. How is everyone doing? I'm going to pretend that you're talking back to me. Oh really? That's good, that's good. Alright then. Yeah, so today's theme is going to be sports related, as I've mentioned before. I did say as well that you need to make sure you have a ball with you if you can. You don't have to use a ball, you don't have to use any equipment, it just does look a little bit silly if you don't. But the whole idea of this is that it's to help you that are actually missing your sports or missing your sports clubs and you want to keep up to date with your skills. This is also good for footwork, for hand-eye coordination, fundamental skills for kids. So it's a good all-round thing to do. It's not going to be very intense, it's not going to be really outgoing like it was last week. It's going to be slightly lower down, but it's still going to get the heart rate going. Hello, Sally! And Lydia, I believe, and Jessica, and Emily. Hello, everyone. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy this one. We're going to get started with a quick warm-up, and it's a very, 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 very basic warm-up. Very basic. I know a lot of you don't normally have the time to do a big extended warm-up where you do your heart rate, increasing the heart rate, doing all that, and then doing all your stretches. So I've got a good kind of one-hit wonder, so to speak, of a warm-up to do. That kind of stretches out the hips, the waist, the legs, the shoulders, and you can modify it as well to get the heart rate going as well. So. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know it's quite miserable outside. Alright, so what time are we on? Okay, I guess we'll get started with the warm-up then. So first of all, you don't need a ball for this one. Alright, you just need a bit of open space. I'll try and be loud enough for a bit more of an echoey hall. You can't quite see me there. There we go, I'll move the camera up. There we go. We are in a quite echoey hall, so if you can't quite hear me, I do apologise. I'll try and speak as loudly as I can. A very simple warm-up to do. You have your legs just wider than your shoulders. Okay, now there's two ways you can do this. If you're looking for mainly for stretching, right, keep your legs straight the whole time. If you want to kind of build a bit of muscle and strengthen your legs, try and squat. And that'll make sense in a second. First thing you want to do, I call this pull the cord. You're going to start off on one side, reach as high as you can, in line with your leg, grab the cord, pull it down to your chest, switch hands, stretch down to your toes. Hold it there, and back up, and pull down. This is a nice simple one to do, because you're using every part of your body, making sure you're stretching all the way up as high as you can, twisting the body, and down to your legs. Now again, this is a good one for stretching, as I'm keeping the legs straight, so stretching the back of my legs. Once you've done this a few times, we'll do this for a little bit longer. Do 5 more, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to switch over to the other leg, so reach up with the other hand, and pull down, push to your leg. So up, down to your leg. Now if you can't touch your toes, that's perfectly fine. It took me years to do it and I'm still not perfect. The main thing is that you're not bending your leg, you can stretch it down as far as you can go. And you notice your heart rate will be going up a little bit now as well. That's it, we'll just do 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good, and shake it off. If you want to turn that into a muscle exercise, one that strengthens your legs, a good game to do is when you pull, and instead of stretching down, you twist and you squat. You go to the inside of your foot. So going up and squat. But we're not going to bother with that one. Alright, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go on to the first skill. Alright. Now this is for those who are footballers. Now I'm going to say my main skill. But I did spend quite a bit of time over in America, and I taught sport over there for 3 months. This was my main sport at uni, so hopefully what I teach you today will help. It's also good for fitness. If I get tired, no one's allowed to laugh at me. The first thing we're going to do, I call them penguin kicks. Okay, very simple, mainly because you look like a penguin when you do it. You start standing, putting the ball between your legs. Now again, you don't have to use equipment for this if you don't want to. It does look a little bit silly. Main thing we're going to do, all we're going to do is kick the ball from one side to the other, like this. Starting off nice and slow. Getting used to pushing the ball. Now this isn't going to be much effort at all. But we'll just give it a few seconds of you guys getting used to pushing the ball side by side. Making sure we're looking at the ball and we're using the inside of our feet. We don't want to be using our toes. For those who already played football, we know toes is not very good for footballers. That's how you break them. It's using the inside of your foot. If you notice, there is a curve on the inside of your foot. That is great for pushing the ball on. So you're just going to do it a little bit by bit, side to side, getting used to it. Once you've got this, and we're not going to stop, you're going to get a little bit faster. You're going to bounce on your toes and see if you can pass it a little bit quicker. And you'll see what I mean when I call them penguin kicks. Okay? So bouncing on your toes, just push the ball side to side. Now I'm not doing much, I'm not putting loads of effort in, just very simple pushes. The main thing to do is give it a try. And kids, if you've got parents doing this with you, and they can't do it, you can laugh at them. You have my permission. So push the ball side to side, nice and simple. If the ball runs away from you, just quickly tap it back. I'm not doing massive pushes. If you really hit the ball, it's going to go flying. And I know you guys are inside homes and houses, so you haven't got a lot of room to work with. Now you want to also make sure you're bouncing on the balls of your toes. That means not putting your heels down on the floor. If you put your heels down, it's a bit too stumpy, you don't have much control. So you want to be on your toes, and you'll start feeling now in the back of your legs. For those who may be dancers, or want to get a little bit fancy with it, or just want to see your parents do something silly, you can do green ball. Like that. Yes, I know I look stupid doing it. So you're going to keep pushing it along. And now, your challenge, see how fast you can go. And go faster and faster, waddling side to side. Once you've done this, and you think, oh, this is too easy, I want you to look away from your feet and try and not look at the ball. Now, it's difficult for me because the camera for me is switched around. So when I'm kicking my right foot, it looks like I'm kicking with my left. So it's very confusing. Yeah, see if you can look up and do it. Oh, I lost it again. That's what we're going to do. Just a few more seconds before we move on to the next thing. See who can go faster, you or your family. And let me know. A few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shaking out your legs. We're not having a full rest. Let's have a look. Hello. That's it, shaking off the legs. Now we're going to go on to toe taps. Toe taps, very simple. All you're doing is what it says. Tapping your toes on top of the ball. It's a very basic walking motion. Now you can do this with a tennis ball. Don't even have to do it with a ball. See, if you don't have a ball, you just pretend you have one, because your muscles are still doing the same action. You just have to pretend you're putting your foot on a ball and tapping it there. So you don't have to do it. It looks a little bit silly, but it still works. If anything, it's a little bit harder when you don't have a ball. So go in there. Now we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. It's a little bit like a dance, this. Because we've got music to it. Staying on the balls of your feet, so heels off the floor. And when you're tapping the ball, don't stomp on it, because that's how it goes flying away, and that's how you fall over. So very light taps. Now in a second, what we're going to do, we're going to move on and start tapping a little bit faster. So we're going to be more of a running motion. We're still tapping the ball. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So now we're tapping the ball, keeping the legs moving. No one should be resting yet, we should still be going. If you do need a rest, that's fine. But remember, this is only as good as how much effort you put into it. It's no good doing this for 5 seconds, then sitting down for 2 minutes. And you will start to feel this in your legs and in your glutes, which is your bum. Whew. I'm getting tired. You're going to keep tapping. Now, I'm going to explain the next thing. I want you guys to keep doing your toe taps while I explain it. Right? So you guys keep going. The next thing we're going to do is called Brazilian toe taps. Now these are just fancy toe taps. They add a bit of an extra step. So you're going to go right, left. Once you tap with one foot, you put it to the side, and tap back with the other foot. So just tap, tap, side, tap, tap, side. You can stop doing your toe taps now and give this a go. So tap, tap, toes, tap, tap, toes. Again, the ball shouldn't be moving. Okay, you shouldn't be moving the ball around the room. Ideally, you want to be trying to keep it as still as possible. That's showing control. And this is a cool skill to show your friends when you get to meet them again. Say, oh look mates, look what I can do. This took me, I think about 4 months to learn this. And every single attempt I fell over. And it's fine if you fall over, you should laugh it off. So doing this for a few seconds. That's it, getting the rhythm. Yeah. Tap, tap, there. It's a bit like a dance. Most things in sport, you'll notice, have a rhythm to it. Basketball has a rhythm to it, football has a rhythm to it, as you can tell. A good way to do this is to put a song to it. Usually a song that has drums in it, and every time you hear a drum, you've got to tap the toes. Obviously you don't want any kind of rock song or anything, because they're ridiculously quick. So tapping your toes, now we're going to get a little bit faster. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Tap, 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 tap. Now you don't have to fully touch the ball. It's mainly the motion. Get used to the motion. You can have your feet hovering over the ball if you want. To get used to the idea of the motion. Remember, not putting too much weight on it. For anyone that's seen TikTok, has seen them dances, this is similar to that. Jessica and Lydia, you know what I'm on about. So we're going to keep doing this. Again, try not to move the ball. Whew. We're trying to go for 1 more minute. I'm already sweating. We'll go 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and finish. Woo. Good work. Now those are just a few simple ones to do at home. You can do them anywhere in the house. They're really good to do for footwork. So those of you who do dance, this can be a good one to do. Those who play basketball, really any sport would require footwork, so this is a good drill to do, even if you don't play football. So, yeah. Right now your legs should be a little bit tired. Lydia's the only one that could do that one. Well done, Lydia. So these skills aren't too easy, remember. The idea is that you start basic and build up to them. So if you couldn't do that one, that's fine. You can carry on with just doing the toe taps and build up to that one slowly. right? You never want to rush into anything. Anything where you're doing any kind of sport, you never want to rush into it. It never works. So, a good one to do, a good simple one. Now this is a bit more of a fancy one. This isn't really a drill, this is just one you can do at home in your own time. A good one to do is standing with your legs apart, stand slightly side of the ball, drag it over, and cross the leg. There you go. Drag it along, it's a bit like a dance. Just keeping it simple like that. So that's really another good one you can do. So the next one, we're going to move on to a bit more of basketball skills. Now this isn't just for basketball players. I do coach the basketball team here at Meridian, so if any of my group are watching this, this would be a really good one for you to do at home. This is also a good one, you can sit in a chair for this one. So we're going to start off sitting in a chair. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see. There we go. You want the same ball, and this is work on hand-eye coordination. This is also a really good fundamental skill for kids, just being able to move the ball around and handle it properly. So, keeping it simple, sitting in the chair, you want to be scooching right to the very edge. You've got a big gap underneath you. Okay? Once you've got a big gap, holding the ball, you're going to try and take it in one hand. Now it is easier for those who can grip the ball. If you can't, that's even better, because that makes it harder. The idea is that you're not meant to grip the ball. You're going to swing it under the legs, grab it, and bring it back round. It's a really simple one to do. Now, you can keep yourself low as you go around, but the idea is that we keep moving, we don't stop. So just going around, sitting on the edge of your sofa, on the edge of your chair, just going round. Now, you'll find this feels really easy, it's not much of a workout at all. The idea of this is that you do this for a long time. Now we obviously don't have a long time, so I'm just going to show you what they are. I hope you guys can keep up. Once you've done this, you can speed up a bit. And you'll notice it becomes more of a throwing action. I'm throwing it to the other hand instead of passing it. See, there's a gap there. And then we're going to go around to the other hand. And go the other way. Now, I don't want to see anyone hunched over. No one must be hunched over. Make sure you've got a straight back, pushing the chest out. Okay? That's it. Then you can switch the other way. A good game you can play with this is follow the leader. So you could be sat next to someone, and whatever you do, the other person has to copy. And if you change directions, they've got to change directions. And you can mess them up and confuse them. Like that. And do a few fakes. Like that. So we keep going. Then if you want to get fancy with it, so keep going, keep going, keep going, you move on to going through the leg. So you bend the leg back and try and go through the leg. So under both legs, under one leg. It doesn't matter which leg you do. You can go either way. You can do both legs, which is kind of cheating. And that's going to be a bit difficult. Obviously, you will have to take it slow. The idea is that over time, you speed up, and then you don't even have to go over the top. Just go underneath. So I want you guys to mix it up. This is your chance to freestyle. Give it a go. Try different things. If you just want to stick to that one, stick with that one. That's fine. Okay, if you want to go between the legs, you want to try that, that's fine. Give it a try. If you fail, that happens. The main thing is that you make a mistake, you know where your limits are. And that's so you know where your next goal is. It took me years to learn this. So, once you've got this, try under the legs. I'm passing it. Remember, keeping that back straight, we don't want any punches. Go in there, side to side. You can go in between the legs. And you can try switching legs. And get really fancy with it. So from there, so still going. Going to go for about 20 more seconds. Just moving the ball around. Now, this won't necessarily ache your arms or really be a workout, but your heart rate is still going up, which is what we're looking for, is that we're still moving in some way. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, going. 3, so you can go faster now. 2, 1, and relax. Phew. Okay, the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to start standing up. So I'm going to move the camera up a little bit so you guys can see me. So you're going to start standing up, and it's the exact same skill, but we're now going to go around the waist and around the whole body. So starting off with the ball in front, nice strong stance. Going to go around the body. Ah! I lost it already! Oh, my hands are slippery. Alright, so around the body, start nice and slow. Now the idea is that you're not actually gripping onto the ball. It's more that you're making a cup with your hand, and the ball is sitting in that cup. Alright, you're just scooping it round the body, and making sure we're stretching all the way around. Don't hunch over, don't do little, silly ones where you're dragging it along the back. I want you to fully stretch as far as you can, as wide as you can. There you go. This one will be a little bit trickier, but it's the main thing, the fact that you're moving is what counts. Still going round, and then switch the other way. Again, this is your time to freestyle. Okay, so you go whatever motion you want, you go whatever pace you want. Okay, I'm just here to show you what I'm looking for. So make sure we keep moving and switching the ball around. Let's try switching it back again. And switch again. Then from here, this is where it's going to look a little bit silly. You're going to glue your legs together. You're going to go round the knees. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So now I'm going around the knees. As you can see, I'm not looking. Obviously, you want to start looking down so you can see what you're doing. But then from there, try and lift your head up. You can look at your partner. If you're doing this with somebody else or a group of people, try looking at them instead of looking at the ball. Right? And then make sure you're also switching the ball, making sure you're going in both directions. You don't only go in just one way, you want to be mixing it up. Going round the knees, then go round the waist. Then go round the knees and mix it up. And round the waist. You go alternating, round the knees, round the waist. The idea is that you just keep the ball moving. The ball cannot stop. Okay? Keep the ball moving. Now going back to the knees. Then from here we're going to go round the head. I'll show you like this. Nice and simple. Just moving round the head. And then going the other way. And again, the ball's not going to stop moving. You'll see the entire time. I'm not stopping the ball. It's going to keep moving. And then from here, go around the waist. Then go around the knees. Around the waist. And then go around the head again. As you see, it's not a very hard thing to do in terms of physical effort. It's mainly a skill. Hand-eye coordination. And some people may not be able to get it straight away. But it takes time. And practice and effort. Like I said, I can only tell you what to do. It's you that have got to put the effort in. Now, we're going to go for 1 minute freestyle. So you choose the rhythm, whatever rhythm you want to go in. Okay? Whatever rhythm you want to do. Go around the waist, then round the knees, then back round the waist, and then round the head. Whatever you want to do, switching directions. You can also play follow the leader with this one. One person leads, the other person has to copy. Ready? 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go. So pushing it round, whatever pattern you want to do, you do. You go around the head, go around the waist, around the knees. Just don't stop moving the ball. If you drop the ball, pick it straight back up again. Keep moving. Just don't stop. Keep moving round and round and round and round and round. Whew. And then around the head. That's it, 30 more seconds. Keep that ball moving. I'm sure you guys are doing a lot better than what I am. That's it, keep moving. 20 seconds. That's it, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good work. Let me know how you guys got on with that one. So you can use a tennis ball for that one as well. You can use any size ball, probably not too big, like a massive medicine ball. You probably don't want that. You can do this without a ball, just moving your hands around. Because you're still moving your body, and then you can do around the knees. Arcing side to side, like that. It's a good mobility game. Making sure you're getting full motion with your arms. Right. So we're not going to have too long of a rest. We're going to grab a quick drink, and then we're going to get straight back into it. Because the next one's going to be a little bit more complex. Hope you guys are doing well. So we've only got a few more minutes left, so we're going to try and put as much in as we can. So make sure everyone's got a drink. Right, now, you're going to make sure you have your legs apart for this one. And this one, you're going to be squatting down. Okay, so this one is going to put pressure on the legs a little bit. But that's fine. So we're going to be moving the legs, arms, the body, everything. So what we're going to do, we want to bend the knees, squat down. Now, just like when we're going around the body, it's the same kind of motion, but this time we're going to go between the legs. Okay, so we're going to be weaving in a figure of 8. Okay, just like that. So I'll show you slowly. So through the legs, round, through the legs. And if you see with my arm, I'm not fully gripping the ball, I'm trying to cup it. Okay? And as you move the ball faster, the momentum will keep the ball in your arms. The best thing to do is make sure you're looking at the ball at the start. You don't want any hunches either. Okay, I don't want to see any hunches over like this. Alright, no poor posture. Straighten your back out, push the bum out, like you're sitting on the toilet. You're going to go through the legs. Let's start going through the legs. Curious to know how many people are keeping up? Now, you can either try and keep your legs still and move most of the arms, or you can have a bit of a squatting motion to it. So, up and down, up and down. For parents who want to get them squats in, you can go up and squat down as you pass the ball through. It's your choice. But mainly moving the ball. Keep that ball moving. Don't let it stop. Okay. That's it. Keep trying it. I don't mind if you go slow. The idea of this is I'll show you what to do, then you can go away and try and do it yourself a little bit faster. And practice throughout the week. That's it. So keep doing that. Keep going. Don't stop. The next thing you're going to do is now we're going to go in reverse. So you're going to reverse the ball around. So you're going to move wrap round through the legs, but going the other way. Now backwards may seem a little bit easier. It may seem a little bit harder. It's different for different people. The main thing is that you're working both skills. Don't just stick to one that's easy. No one gets better doing it that way. So we're going to keep moving the ball. Keep it moving. That's it. And back round the other way. Now let's see if we can speed up. And see if you can keep up. And back the other way. Again, for 1 minute. I'm going to let you freestyle. So you can go forwards, you can go backwards, you can switch directions, you can play follow the leader. It's your choice. I'm going to do it along with you. For 1 minute, this ball is not going to stop moving. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So I'm going to start off going forwards. You guys can do whatever rhythm you want, whatever pattern you want. Just keep that ball moving. Do not straighten your legs either. I don't want to see anybody standing up straight. You can only stand up straight if you're doing squats. That's up to you. Right, and I'm going to move it the other way. And then if you want to make it harder, see if you can look up. Look away from the ball. Make sure you're not looking at the ball. Imagining where it's going to go. Feel for it. And that's it. We're just going to keep moving. You will feel this one in your legs. Good. 30 more seconds. Keep that ball moving. Do not let that ball stop. Keep it moving. Whew. Good work. Keep it up. All right, 20 seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Try switching the movement round. Try speeding up. If you drop the ball, that's fine. Like I just did. If you drop the ball, it's okay. Just pick it straight back up and keep going. Whew. All right, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake off your legs. Whew. Good work. I'm curious to know if anyone kept up with that one. Right, we're going to do a bit of a cool down now. So not going to be as intense. This is more of a little cool trick you can show your friends and your family. So I'm going to show you one skill, and then I'm going to give you a home challenge, a challenge to do throughout the week. I want you to comment as well if you can do the challenge and how long. So the first little skill, a little cool down skill we're going to do, just nice and relaxed, just to get the heart rate going down. So we're going to go into the same position. You're going to squat down, you're going to hold the ball. And basically, all you're going to try and do, I want to see if anyone can let go of the ball, switch their hands around and grab onto it again. So I'll show you from here. You're going to let go. See if you can grab the ball. Now, this isn't meant to be very intense in terms of physical workout. It's just a skill that you can try and do. Once you've got this, try and do it multiple times. So I'll give you a minute or so just to have a go at doing that. So there. Quickly throw it up, let go, put, and switch your hands around. See how quickly you can do it. It's not an easy skill, but it's a fun one to try and do at home. I want to see who can do it. Comment if you can do this skill. If you're able to keep up with me the entire time, let me know. I'm curious to know. That's it. And switch the ball around. Very good. Switch the ball around. Alrighty then. So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for everyone for joining. That's been watching along, and everyone that watches this. I'm very curious to see how you guys got on. Oh, yes. I already said that word. I already said it. Fine. We love rainbows. My family's given me a challenge to say a word, and the word today is I love rainbows. I did it earlier when we did the football one. I said I love rainbows. Anyway, the challenge for everyone. I want to see if you can eventually try and spin the ball on your finger. So a good way to start, hold the ball with two hands. Find the point where the ball spins perfectly in the middle. So not at the edge where your finger goes round, perfectly in the middle. Try little spins, trying to get it on the end of your finger or on your nail. And then, hopefully, you'll get to a point where you can spin the ball on your finger. And then if you're feeling really like showing off, you can just switch fingers. So, thank you very much for everyone joining. Hope you had a good time. Yes, I want to see who can do that challenge. Comment if you can. Comment and let me know how many seconds you can do it for. And I look forward to seeing everyone next week. All right, then. See you later.